Hi everyone, my name is Mercedes Ayala, and I want to talk about a very important subject today. To begin with, imagine you are a mother. You're expecting a baby. Um, Maybe you're a first-time mother, maybe you already have 3 kids at home, but you're expecting another one, and now you have this stress about your job, your security, and your income, and the time that you have with this newborn that's on the way. Now imagine two different worlds. One, you get minimum 3 months of maternity leave with your newborn to grow, to bond, to heal, to just learn about each other, and you get paid. And you have job security, so you're actually able to enjoy those 3 months, focus merely on your own health and to recover and to adapt with your newborn and the schedules and to learn about each other and to heal. Then there's this other world where, along with the stress of a newborn at home, you also have the stress of your job. You're not going to get maternity leave. You're not going to get paid maternity leave. So you actually are going to have to sacrifice what bills are going to be paid on time and which are going to be late. What types of food you're going to buy, whether it's fast food or you're going to cook at home, whether you're just going to strictly be on a strict diet, rice and beans, something really affordable. And you're going to worry about if your job's going to still be there waiting for you when you're ready to go back. Whether that's going to be 3 months or that 3 months is going to be cut short for 4 weeks or 1 month. So these two worlds, they actually happen very often these days. Some mothers are lucky enough to get 50 to 60 to 80% of their income while they're on maternity leave, and they have 3 to 4 months, depending on whether I have a cesarean or a natural birth. And there's the other mothers that don't have that option, that actually have to go back to work within a month or two just because they don't have that option of the income stability. They have to pay rent, they have to pay bills in order to survive. So they cut their time almost in half with their newborn, send them to daycare with a stranger or like hopefully a family member, and then go back to work. So have that in your mind while I continue my speech. And as you can imagine, my topic is going to be about paid maternity leave, the benefits and the cons about it, the people that are actually for it, and the people that are actually against it and why they're against it. So to begin with, the benefits are the birth outcomes, and the infant mortality rate actually decreases the more that the mother is actually at home with their baby and they're bonding, because they actually get that skin-to-skin time with their mothers. They have shown that their body weight actually does increase on a healthy proportion as opposed to decreasing. And mothers have experienced 47% decrease in the odds of rehospitalization, whether that is postpartum or any kind of other illnesses like depression or stress leave or anything like that. And also it has been researched that women that took longer than 12 weeks of paid maternity leave have reported fewer depressive symptoms, which does relate into postpartum. And it does increase the duration of breastfeeding as well, because while you're at home bonding with your child, you actually don't stress about your breaks at work, that you actually have to spend 30 minutes pumping or 15 minutes pumping for every 2 hours to make sure that your milk supply is actually still stable and still flowing so that you can come home and feed your newborn. So the more time that you have at home with your newborn, the more chances that your breastfeeding journey actually continues longer for the first year of your newborn's life, which is what doctors have actually recommended. So now on the con side, it has been stated that mandating paid family leave will neither help the women nor their families, because legislation cannot change the laws of economics. And this actually was found in the Newsweek article, that the argument against paid family leave. The studies have shown that any parental leave beyond 20 weeks will reduce the chances of the new mother actually coming back to work, which I can actually understand, and it does make sense, because you just learn this new environment, and you realize that sometimes some mothers realize that spending more time with their child for at least the first year of their life or 2 years is more important to them, so that they don't miss that first step, they don't miss their first word, a bunch of first for the babies and the mother. And then they decide to stay home, and then 2 years or 3 years, maybe they decide to go back to their work life. And also, the earned income tax credit are far more effective at helping new mothers participate in the labor force of the family leave. So another point as well is that mandated family leave will take some of our choices away, which I did not know until I actually made this research. We won't be able to change tax code to reflect the social importance of family. For example, ending the marriage penalty or issuing higher child tax credits. And it does reduce regulatory burden on employers, so that employees can experiment with alternate work arrangements. Maternity leave is a huge burden to women's employers, because paid extended absences for workers who are not contributing, and for more support for sub-point C. I'm sorry, that was not supposed to be said. So in conclusion, this controversy over paid maternity leave between those who want and have a need for paid maternity leave and those who are against this program, it's honestly up to the mother. You can actually weigh the cons and the pros. But like I said from the beginning, when I introduced the subject, most mothers don't have that option. They are forced to go back to work because they don't have another income. Some are single. Some, even if they do have their spouse or their partner with them, they still need those two household incomes to provide for rent, for food, for any other necessities. And so most of my sources came from articles. The main one that I did use was the effects of maternity leave on children's birth and infant health outcomes in the United States. And the ones I used to find the arguments against maternity leave was the article of U.S. lack of paid leave harms workers' children. And my second one would be the argument against paid family leave. So these are just a few articles that I did find, and I did find a lot of information, whether it was the health for the baby and the mother, or whether it was to do with economics and tax reductions and mandating paid family leave, which was news to me. So in conclusion, I hope you learned something from my video. Bye.